Hello gardening friends, this is Webster from my therapy garden. We're playing the dirt, we take away the hurt. You know, for me, winter is when I make most of my garden plans. That's when I decide to do my expansions. That's when I look in the garden to see what new plants I need to put in, you know, so that I can have a 4-season garden. And of course, this winter was no exception. That's when I did expansion of my Conifers Garden, and also I made a new garden, expanding the round pollinators garden. So for the Conifers Garden, I just expand it a bit and do some updating in the Conifers Garden. So I just like to take you now with me to show you the expansion of the Conifers Garden and what new hardscaping that we did to it. So let's dive right in and look at it. So we look at it before and then I'll show you the after, okay? So we expand the front of the Conifers Garden and we expand a little bit of this side. So let's take a walk down there and see the rest. And we can see where we expand a little bit of the Conifers Garden, keeping that serpentine movement going, add some fluidity to the garden. What I plan to do is put some bulbs. I want to plant more bulbs, so put bulbs in this area here so we can have some springtime color in the conifer garden to change it up a bit. So the conifer garden can always be pretty much green with a little bit of yellow, blue, green, in a chartreuse color, stuff like that from the conifers. But in the spring we'll have some flowers with all the daffodils and alliums and all the other bulbs, tulips, hyacinth, etc. Plus we're gonna need to move the hot blonde Japanese maple that we have right here. We want to just bring it forward a bit to about right here, giving it some room to expand. And we know fall is always a good time to move plants around, so that's what we plan on doing in this expansion. We're going to also just move some plants around, give them some more breathing room. Okay, so stay tuned as we continue our work in the Conifers Garden. So here we're looking at the finished product of our Conifers Garden, the expansion, and I do some hardscaping, some concrete curbing around the front. And I did that just for the front, and opposite on the east side garden, I also did the curbing. We expanded and we planted daffodils, and as you can see, alliums in it right now, and we have other bulbs in it also. But let's just start at the front here, where in addition we planted this yucca pine right here to give some interest. Once all these bulbs die back, then we'll still have some greenery here. And after all the daffodils flower, we have a few alliums that's left. And if you want to see the daffodils in bloom, you can check out my video, 5 reasons for growing daffodils. That's 5 reasons for growing daffodils, and you can see all the bulbs that were in bloom at the front of the garden here and also at the side. So we just walked down. There wasn't much that we did here, but of course you can see that the my stone crop has been spreading just like I intended to. This beautiful frosted leaf sedum, and of course this beautiful Japanese maple waterfalls. So as we walk down, It rained yesterday, which gave the garden a very clean look. Okay, so here's another area that we expanded, and we have all these bulbs in it right now. So we expand this area with lots of daffodils and hyacinths. And then little tiny alliums, we still have a few flowering. And all around here is the expansion. You can see where all these bulbs are. These are all the new expansion of the Conifers Garden. All the bulbs are spent and just waiting for them to just die back. And once they die back, that's it. We'll just have the conifers here in the garden. And just like I planned, I move this Japanese maple that we have here, hot blonde. We just move it a little bit to the front. It was somewhere right in here, which of course was too close to these other trees. So we put it a little bit to the front. We moved it, and she's looking pretty good. Survived nicely and is thriving. So there shouldn't be any problem with our hot blonde Japanese maple. Feeling sunny. Deodar cedar is getting very tall. Let's see if we can zoom out so we can get to the complete height of it. So we're pushing 15, going up some 20 feet right now. So it's getting very tall. So that's the expansion of the Conifers Garden. And like I said, winter isn't a time for us to rest. Yes, we give the garden rest, but that's a time for us to do some work in the garden. You know, you look at what other plants you need to put in, and you make your plan for the year. And it's a perfect time, especially if you're in the south, where you might have light snow and your ground won't be frozen for long. You know, you can plant some trees or other evergreen in the garden and do some expansion. So come spring, you can hit the ground running. And that's what I did. And I always intend on doing that during the winter months. Okay guys, so we just show you the expansion of the Conifer Garden. We have some work which we're going to continue doing because we need to prune some of the conifers now. I never like pruning my conifers, but as you can see, like these two are just too close. They're just too close with my blue spruce and my moped cypress here. So I'm going to cut back some of the moped cypress so the blue spruce can expand a bit. And when we're doing that, we'll show you all that work. So just to show you the finished product of the expansion of the Conifers Garden. Of course, this was done in the winter time. So now we can see how it looks in the spring. And I think it looks beautiful. Okay guys, you like this tour? Give it a thumbs up. Questions, comment, drop a line down below. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when new videos are posted. From my garden to yours, this is Webster from My Therapy Garden. We're playing the dirt, help me to take away the hurt. And we just look at work being done in the winter time when we expand our Conifers Garden. Bye for now guys. I'll see you in the next video as we do a walk through the Conifers Garden on the left, and we can see the east side garden on the right. Bye for now guys. We'll see you in the next video. God bless. Thanks for all your support. Bye bye.